Hello, everyone. Welcome to God's According to CD. So, guys, let's go back to the city of Johannesburg, where allegedly we are hearing reports that them Nigerians are going to be protesting on the streets of Johannesburg, demanding to continue to break the law. They don't get it, guys. I told y'all Nigerians hate the law, they do not want to hear it. And that is why that man was saying, leave us alone, leave us alone. Leave you alone where? You guys are afraid of a frail 80 something year old mentally ill man that is controlling Nigeria with a remote control from Italy. And you are coming here and then you got the gall to take our streets and actually protest on them. Do you know that in South Africa you can't just protest? You know that, right? There are processes that you need to follow called the law. Oh, yeah, I know. Ooh, yes, the law. You have to make an application, and then JMPD has to approve of that application, and you're going to have to draw the what do you call that thing? The line as to where you're going to start and where your match is going to end, and what is the purpose of that match. And they also have to look at the public safety as well as public reaction. Do you think South Africans on their own streets they are going to say, "Oh, please, by all means necessary, go and use our streets to fight against us"? Are you okay? Are you okay? Because I can tell you this, South Africans will not take this one lying down and pretend as if we are dead. No, that's not going to happen. I don't know if these people have ever seen and heard South Africans when they are jailed together and taking to the streets and singing. Just the singing alone is enough to make you shut your door in total fear. And I don't know where we get that spirit from, but I am telling, just singing alone. And I also do see the so-called strategy of filming everything. Anyways, we live in the 21st century, 2025. Everybody has phones, and their phones have cameras. And on top of that, there are social media platforms where you can post these videos. And that's exactly where the manipulation comes in, because y'all are trying to tell the international community that look at South Africa. When we say they are xenophobic, this is what we mean. When South Africa is doing what it's supposed to do, because it's a constitutional democracy that is designed for the people of South Africa. Two, it has the rule of law. Yeah, I said law. And that law needs to be enforced. It is enforced by you as a business person going to the municipality and saying, hey, listen, I have a business that I would like to establish, and my address is going to be here. And these are my papers that show that I'm in South Africa legitimately, starting with your business visa. Have you checked our Immigration Act? Or this is just tell our yeah, you can do as you please in South Africa. We are not a mafia state. You can't just come and set up business without following our immigration laws when it comes to opening a business as a non-South African citizen. And the businesses, by the way, that these guys they are conducting in the city of Johannesburg are not allowed to be conducted by by foreigners in general. In general, go into the Immigration Act. It will tell you they're not allowed to have car dealerships. But you find car dealerships of Nigerians all over the city. They are not allowed to have a car dealership. They are not allowed to have an insurance company. They are not allowed to have spaza shops or a shop for that matter. Those are not for you. They are reserved for the people of South Africa. You ought to be in South Africa with a unique business idea that is going to empower you as a business person coming from somewhere else, but also contributes into the South African coffers, meaning there needs to be taxes that will be deducted. How does South Africa deduct taxes from a business like the one that you guys are running in the city of on the streets of Johannesburg? And then you go around telling people that you are business people. That's not a business because the business contributes to the tax collection of that country. So now you guys are now want to protest on our streets. On whose streets? And now let's talk about this. We paid for you guys so that you be liberated during the days of apartheid. Please tell us, which bank did you guys deposit this money? Please let us know which bank, because in South Africa we keep records, by the way. It's called archives. I know it's something very strange to some of you guys. We can go into those archives and see if indeed we have deposits that were sent during the days of apartheid. Please let us know, since when, is it in the 1950s or 40s, 30s? Which time did you guys start paying this money so that we can go into the archives? We have systems in South Africa, by the way, and these systems they backdate all the way. And now that there's digitalization, we as the public can actually get that information because our constitution gives us the right to access of information. So nobody, I can't walk into a government department and say, "Hey, I'm looking for this," and they say, "No, sorry, we cannot give it to you. It's against the law. It's unconstitutional." So please tell us which bank this money was deposited into, and secondly, please provide us the receipts so that we can cross check and see if indeed you guys did donate this money to South Africans. And I can tell you right now, because you guys don't understand the apartheid system, you think it was easy just to send money for black people into South Africa undetected? Like seriously? Like seriously? So we don't listen to the South Africans that try to convince us that you guys did donate money to us. Where did it go to? To whom did it go to? Okay, South Africans ngizokhuluma isiZulu ne. I'm sorry if ngikwazi ukukhuluma mangabe ngisho izinto enje ukuthi besinogesi sinemgwaqo nani nani bafethu sisempini. Sisempini. So please sebenzisana nami. Asebenzisaneni. Okay? Thank you. I know vele we are sabantu abaneqiniso, but when it comes to this, no. Ngeke phela sidlala abantu. So now we want to know what that bank account is, guys. Please, and provide those receipts, because seemingly y'all call yourselves the giants of Africa. Y'all are rich, y'all are clever, you are hard workers. And I always ask myself, why don't you take that energy and fight that 80 something year old mentally ill man that controls the Nigeria from a remote control in Italy? I'm sorry. I'm not hearing you saying, "Oh, we are brave, we are giants, we are clever and hardworking," and then Nigeria looks like that, dilapidated, and then you have the energy to say things like that in another man's land, and you are telling us that South Africa is a continent. South Africa is not a continent. South Africa is a country that belongs to South Africans. Period. And you need to grasp that, accept it, pack your things, and go home and turn your country into a continent. This is not your continent. South Africa is a country on the continent of Africa. So just because you are an African does not give you the right to come and break our laws. That's just chaos. That's anarchy. And we are not a country that is with anarchy. We got systems, we got rule of law, and they need to be respected. I know, it's stuff that you guys don't like. So if y'all going to take to the streets and protest, I am telling you right now, you are provoking South Africans. And when South Africans roar, you're gonna be left shaking with bags packed and already leaving. So don't do that. That is just my advice. Don't do that because you are antagonizing South Africans. Right now, we are a sleeping giant and we are watching all these things happen. But we are, you know how they say, to finish an elephant, you eat it one bite at a time. So that's what we are doing. We are not just going to boom, so that we fall onto your trap that you are trying to set for us by getting the international community to say South Africa is guilty of human rights violations. Because that's the goal. That's why you are taping these things. That's why you even pushing our police officer. Do you know pushing a person in South Africa is tantamount to assault? Did you know that? I'm just surprised that that police officer was kind enough to just push this guy. And I guess that push was a warning that the next thing that's going to happen to you, I must not be blamed for it. And he's also aware of the cameras that are rolling because that's exactly what you guys want. You want to provoke the police into taking action, firing tear gas, or worst case scenario, what they do to South Africans when we take to the streets and march, where some people actually lose their lives. So please don't antagonize South Africans. We are minding our own business and trying to build this country the best way we know how, and you are disturbing us. We are not saying don't be here, but be here legally. Go back home, make papers that are legal, and you come to South Africa. And those papers, when they're about to expire, take it upon yourself 3 months before they expire to go back home and fix them so that you do not find yourself in this situation. But when it comes to businesses, learn what type of business you can open in South Africa. Like seriously now. But hey, do you, boo. But just know that South Africans are not going to roll over and play dead when you are taking our streets to fight against us. Where have you ever seen something like that? Anyways, I will leave this video right here. Please don't leave without liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I'll see you later. Goodbye.